Hello crafters, welcome to Elf Creations and another Christmas craft. We're going to be making one of these today. Now these are going to go on my tree this coming Christmas, the Christmas of 2017, because I'm going to have like a whimsical theme, and I love the old style light bulbs. So we are going to be making these picks. Now as you can see, I've done the red and I've done the gold, and if I want to I can have them together to make one large peak for the top of my tree. I'm going to go through the equipment that you're going to need. You're going to need hot glue. You're going to need to paint your polystyrene egg form. Now these are available in my store. I've done previous videos on my G's Creations channel. I will link those so they pop out. But I'm going to paint this particular one in green because the other two, one's red and one's gold that I've done already, so the next one I'm doing is green. So I'm going to use some green acrylic paint, so I shall paint that. I've got this mini tinsel. Now this mini tinsel is wired, and this is a 4-meter roll. I've got a leftover bit of a flower pick, and I've got my crimper and some mirrored card, and I've got some glitter washi tape. So the first thing I'm going to do is that we need to paint our polystyrene egg. So I'm just going to pop that in the base, so it gives me, it's going to make it easier for me to paint. So I'm just going to paint this green. Now the reason I paint these is, no matter how well you cover some of these polystyrene forms, sometimes the stark white underneath can show through. So if that does happen, because this is a very similar green to the tinsel that I'm going to be wrapping it in, all you'll see will be the green, and it'll be quite a similar green to the tinsel that's on it. So it should look better than if it was just the stark white poking through. So I'm going to paint this, just one coat, just one quick coat. I shall let it dry, and then we can move on to the next stage. I don't know if I said, but these polystyrene egg shaped forms are available from my store. There's a link for my store below, and it's gsembellishmentemporium.com. Okay crafters, while the paint is drying, I have my piece of mirrored silver card. I'm going to put it in my Fiskars crinkler, and I'm going to crinkle it. So we end up with that. I am then going to cut that down to probably about 1.25 inches. Just under 1.5 inches. And that will give me my light screw fixture. So just waiting for my hot glue gun to heat up. I'm just going to hot glue that together, and I'm going to use one of my little clamps to hold that together to dry. Alright, so that's that. And another thing we can get prepped while the paint is drying is our, if I can find it, I'm always putting things down and then they just disappear. I swear I have a crafting gremlin. The other thing I'm going to get ready is my the pick itself. So this is just some leftover floral pick, which I've taken the flowers off. And as you know by a previous video, which I will have pop out now, I like to keep these and make use of it. So I'm going to cover this in washi tape. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue about 1 inch away from the end, because that's going to go into the polystyrene itself, and I'm going to cover this with this glittered washi. Now you can get these washi tapes from craft stores. You can get them in the UK, you can get them from the pound store. So it's not expensive to cut, to cover these this way. and plus it just makes it look nice. So I'm just going to simply cover this, because obviously the paint takes a while to dry, so you can get some other bits and pieces done in the interim. Right, now I'm going to put some hot glue on the base here and continue to wrap the glitter washi tape around. I'm just going to put a dab of glue on the end of the washi, and then we have our actual pick and the base ready. So just wait for the paint to dry and then we can crack on to the next stage. Right crafters, that is now more or less dry. I'm going to put some hot glue on my faux screw for the base of our bulb, and I'm going to put that on the bottom of our bulb. I'm also going to put some hot glue around the outside, and that is where we start our mini tinsel. Now nearer Christmas you probably find this in your pound stores and your dollar stores. I got this online from a Christmas retailer that I found on eBay. So you may be lucky to find these. You might be able to find it throughout the year on eBay or something like that. They weren't as cheap as they should have been, because obviously I think sometimes they put the prices up after the season to make more money, because less people are going to buy them. But I'm sure you'll be able to get these for about £1 a reel, or $1 a reel. And as you can see, I'm simply putting some hot glue down and twisting this wired mini tinsel, trying to get a nice coverage as I go around. You will need to use your heat tool to get rid of any glue strings. This is a 12 centimeter, or I think it's about a 4.5 inch. I think it's about 4.5 inches. Yeah, it's about 12 centimeters or 5 inches. This particular polystyrene form I'm using, and there is a tiny bit left over of this 4-meter tinsel. So if you do have gaps, you can always go back and fill in those gaps. Obviously take care when turning it, because obviously this is very hot glue. So if you've got one of your spatulas either from my store or elsewhere, then I suggest you use those. Sorry if I was out of camera there. Sometimes I get into a little zone and I forget that I'm actually recording. And you can see I'm just winding it in now towards the top. And then I should just snip the end off. Now as you can see, there's a few places where I need to go back and add some, which is no problem at all. It's going to be camouflaged anyway. Let me just quickly go over it with my heat tool. Okay. And the next thing to do is drop everything. Right, I'm going to put some hot glue on the end of this pick. And then I'm going to submerge that into the base. So the glue then pulls at the bottom and gives me a secure, bendable, pliable pick. So there is the green, there is the gold, and there is the red. Now I'm sure these probably cost a hell of a lot more to buy than they would to make. Now I know I've never seen them in the UK. I'm sure you'll be able to buy something similar in the US. But look how lovely they are. They don't look like they've been made at all. I think they, you know, I think they look half decent. I really do. I'm going to put these in the kind of faux tree that I've got up, and then I shall have a little video of them on display at the end. I really love to see if you recreate these. These polystyrene reforms, these polystyrene egg shapes are available from my store. So head over and get them from me if you can. If not, get them from elsewhere, please do. I'd love to see your recreation. And come over to Facebook and show them to us. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care now.